So children, now I will begin with the GST in trading chain. Next part of this chapter. See, the products are manufactured in the company. So that company, that industry is called as a manufacturer. And then from the manufacturer, it goes to the wholesaler department, or you can say distributor. And then from distributor, retailer collect that products from manufacturer to wholesaler, and then from wholesaler to retailer, and finally from retailer to the customer. So this chain, manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer and customer, is called as a trading chain. Here at every stage we have to pay the GST. So how it is calculated, that I will tell you. On page number 89, see, it is given what is input tax credit and what is output tax. These two are very, very important word, I will say. Input tax, input tax credit, short form is ITC, and output tax. So see page number 89, what is input tax, what is output tax, and what is ITC, input tax credit. When trader pays GST at the time of purchase, when the trader purchase something, got it? So that time he has to pay some GST. So that amount is called as a input tax. While purchasing the items, materials, the GST which is paid is called as a input tax. Clear, children? While purchasing the material, the trader has to pay what? GST to the government. Got it? And that is called as a input tax. Second, the same trader collects the GST of the product while selling time. While selling time, he collects the GST from the customer. So that is called as a output tax. When the seller collects the GST while selling its product from the customer, is called as a output tax. Okay. Now finally, what is ITC? At the time of paying GST, finally when the trader pays the GST to the government, the input tax is deducted. The input tax is deducted from the output tax, and that amount is called as a input tax credit. The input tax which is deducted from the output tax is called as a ITC. So GST payable is equal to what? GST payable is equal to output tax minus ITC. This is a formula, children, you will use, that GST payable, the trader will pay GST to the government by deducting the input tax from output tax. So the amount which he deduct from the output tax is called as a ITC. So keep in mind, children, I have given you formula that GST payable is equal to output tax minus ITC. And what is input tax? At the purchase time, the GST which is collected. Okay? Purchase time, that is called as input tax, and selling times, the GST which is collected is called as output tax. So now I will begin with the exercise, that is 4.2. So children, just open your textbook, page number 95, exercise 4.2. Question number 1. See what is given. Chetna store paid total GST of rupees. Chetna store paid total GST of rupees 1,05,500 at the time of purchase. Right? 1,05,000 is the GST paid by Chetna store at the time of purchase. So this will become what? Input tax. And collected GST rupees 1,22,500 at the time of selling. So output tax is equal to 1,22,500. So here first what you will write, practice set 4.2, question number 1. In this output tax is how much? It is the GST collected during the selling time of the product. So it is given here 1,22,500, and the GST which is collected during the purchase time. So it is given here 1,05,000. So input tax is equal to how much? Input tax is given 1,05,000. Okay. At the time of sale during the 1st July 2017. I said children that 1st July 2017 is the date from which the GST started in India to 31st July 2017. We have to find out here the GST payable by the Chetna store. Now, how much GST is paid by Chetna store to the government. So to find out here GST payable, what you will do here? You should minus this output tax. Output tax means it is also called as a ITC, input tax credit. So you should minus this amount. This is not output tax. This is output tax. This is output tax, children, and this is input tax. It is also called as the input tax credit. So GST payable is equal to output tax minus ITC. This is the formula which you will use. So output tax is how much here we have? 1,22,500 minus 1,05,000. Just minus it. So 5 0 0, then 2 and 2. Rupees 22,000 is the GST payable. Means Chetna store will pay 22,000 rupees to the government. Okay. So GST payable is equal to here how much? 22,000. Finally, you should write the answer. The GST payable by Chetna store is rupees 22,000. So I hope that all of you have understood this new sum. Here again I am telling you the GST which is collected during the purchasing time is called input tax, and selling time it is output tax. This amount you are going to deduct from this. That is why this amount is called as the input tax credit. So GST payable is equal to output tax minus ITC. Minus it, and you will get your answer. Write your answers here. This is a question number 1. Now see question number 2, children. Nazma is a proprietor of a firm registered under GST. Okay. She has to pay GST of rupees 12,500 on purchase. Nazma is going to pay what? Property. And during this she has to pay amount of 12,500. So purchasing time she has to pay how much? 12,500. So 12,500 becomes what? It becomes the input tax. So here second question, write down the things which is given here. Input tax is how much? 12,500, children. Got it? And collected, and again Nazma had collected rupees 14,750 on sale. When she sold that property, that time she collected from the customer GST around 14,750. So output tax is how much? 14,750. What is the amount of ITC? I told 3-4 times that input tax, this tax you are going to deduct from this. So this is called as a ITC, input tax credit. So here, what is the amount of ITC? So the amount of ITC, is equal to rupees 12,500. Simple it is. Next is, what is the amount of GST payable here? So the GST payable is equal to same formula, output tax minus ITC. Okay. So here output tax we have 14,750 minus input tax you have 12,500 minus this. So 50, then 7 minus 5 is 2, then 4 minus 2 is 2. 2,200. This is what? GST payable. Okay. So this is the first answer and this is the second answer. Children, I hope that all of you have understood this sum. Now after this I will do question number 3. So children, now question number 3. Okay. See question number 3. All of you are getting, children? See the same thing, GST payable is equal to output tax minus ITC. Now here Amir Enterprise purchased chocolate sauce bottles. This enterprise, this company, this factory purchased what? Sauce bottles and paid GST. Purchase, paid GST means it is your input tax. How much? Rupees 3,800. So he sold these bottles to Akbari Brothers and collected GST. Sold. Akbari Brothers collected GST means output tax for Amir Enterprise. How much? 4,100. Then Mayank, second one, Mayank Food Corner purchased these bottles from Akbari Brothers and paid GST rupees 4,500. Find the amount of GST payable at every stage of trading and hence find the payable CGST and SGST. So first is Amir purchased, so we will get input, sold, we will get output. Then second is Akbari Brothers, so purchased and sold, so we will get input and output. Okay. So first what you will write here, that for, you write first for Amir Enterprise. Okay. For Amir Enterprise, what is input tax? Input tax is rupees 3,800. This is input tax for Amir Enterprise. And output tax, my dear children, output tax is how much? It is rupees 4,800. 4,100. And this input tax is also called as now ITC. So from these two, first you calculate the GST paid by Amir at this stage. So GST payable is equal to what? Output tax 4,100 minus ITC 3,800. So this will be 300 rupees. GST paid by Amir, okay, to the government is what? 300 rupees. Now you calculate for the second one. Now see, a second is what? Akbari Brothers and collected GST. Mayank Food Corner purchased this from Akbari. So now Akbari paid GST. So here you should write for Akbari Enterprise. Okay. What? The Mayan Food Corner purchased this bottle from Akbari Brothers and GST is rupees 4,500. Purchase. So it becomes the output tax and input tax remains this one. So here input tax is equal to input tax for Akbari input tax is 4,100 and because this Akbari Enterprise sold this item to the third person Mayank and he has collected around 4,500 rupees. So output tax is equal to here 4,500. So GST payable, how much you will get? GST payable is equal to 4,500 minus 4,100. So it is equal to 400. So GST payable at this stage is, means the GST paid by Akbari Enterprises to the government is 400 and the GST paid by Amir Enterprise to the government is 300 rupees. After this, you have to calculate the CGST and SGST at every stage. Means how much CGST Amir Enterprise has paid to the central government and the state government. Similarly, how much these things CGST and SGST paid by the Akbari Enterprise to the central government and state government. So for this you should make a table or you can calculate it directly. For easy purpose we will make here table. First you write company. Okay. In company you have Amir Enterprise and second is Akbari Enterprise. This is your company. Then you have what? GST. You have calculated here GST. So write GST payable. Okay. GST payable, how much? Amir Enterprise has paid rupees 300 and Akbari paid 400 rupees. Next you should write here what? CGST payable. CGST payable. And also you write here SGST payable. Got it, children? Now we know that these two are always equal and these two are, this one is half of this. So 300 half is 150 and 150. Out of 300, 150 amount goes to the central government and 150 goes to the state government. Similarly here 200 rupees goes to the central government and 200 rupees goes to the state government. So what you have to calculate here, children? You have to calculate at every stage trading. So we have two stage. One is for Amir Enterprise. He paid 300 rupees as a GST. Total GST I will say in sum of these two. And Akbari paid 400 rupees to the government. Out of that 200 goes to the central government and 200 goes to the SGST. So this is one table, or you just write here if you are not making this table, so write down SGST equal to CGST paid by Amir 300 upon 2 equal to 150. Like that CGST equal to SGST paid by Akbari is equal to 400 divided by 2, 200. So this way also you can do this sum. So here I have done. Children, now question number 4. See what is given here. Malik Gas Agency, Chandigarh. It means what? It is a union territory. Okay, purchased some gas cylinders for industrial use. Purchase, children. Okay. So this is what input. 24,500 and sold them to the local customer. Sold, so output 26,500. Find the GST to be paid at the rate of 5%. Now children, this 24,500 is what? It is the purchased price. Understood? So this is not your input tax because the GST is paid at the rate of 5%. So first you have to calculate 5% of 24,500. See, it is not given here that the GST paid 24,500. No, it is given that the GST paid at the rate of 5% while purchasing time and selling time. Means जब उसने GST paid किया, so that time he got 5% discount. Sorry, 5% rate. So you have to calculate first 5% of 24,500. Whatever it will come, that will become the input tax. And similarly 26,500, calculate 5% of this, so it becomes the selling price, output tax. So first what you will write here, input tax is equal to, the tax is paid at the rate of 5%, so that is why I am calculating 5% of the given rate. 5% of purchased price. Purchased price is how much? 24,500. Input tax is 5% of 24,500, which means 5 upon 100 into 24,500. So these two zero get cancelled and multiply. 5 5s are 25, 5 4s are 20, 22. 5 2s are 10 and 2 12. So this is your input tax. Okay children, this is your input tax, or you can say this is your ITC. GST is paid at the rate of 5%, so we have to calculate the 5% of this amount as well as 5% of the output tax. Output tax is again how much here? 26,500. So 5% of 26,500. So it means what? 5 upon 100 multiplied by 26,500. These two get cancelled. Multiply here also. 5 5s are 25, 5 6 are 30, 32, 5 2s are 10 and 3. So this is output tax. Now this is your output tax children and this is your input tax. Okay, the question is you have to calculate here and hence find the GST to be paid at the rate of 5%, so that we have calculated. GST paid at the rate of 5%, input tax and output tax, and hence find the GST and UTGST to be paid for this transaction. Find the and hence find the CGST and UTGST to be paid for this transaction. So first what you will write children here? GST payable. GST payable is equal to what? Output tax minus ITC. So output tax you have 1,325 and input tax you have how much here? 1,225. So this is 0, 0, 1. This is GST payable. Okay, but as per the question you have to calculate CGST and UTGST. So what you will write? CGST or UTGST. Right, here we have calculated what? CGST and SGST. It is half of GST. Same thing here, CGST and UT, because Chandigarh is a union territory. So that is why here we are writing UTGST. So CGST and UTGST is equal to GST divided by 2. GST is how much? 100. So 100 divided by 2, you will get 50. So rupees 50 is the CGST amount and rupees 50 is the UTGST. So I hope that all of you have understood this question. See, first I have calculated 5% of this, which will become the input tax, because it is given in the textbook the GST to be paid at the rate of 5%. Okay, so that is why I have calculated 5% of this, which will give me the input tax. Similarly, I have calculated 5% of sold price, which will give me the output tax. And you know the formula of GST payable. GST payable equal to output tax minus ITC. So here you should minus it. 100. How to calculate CGST and UTGST? Both are half of GST. So 100 divided by 2, you will get 50. So this is about question number 4. Question number 5, children. See here what is given. Mrs. Beauty Products paid 18% GST on cosmetic worth rupees 6,000. Means it is already given the cost of that cosmetics is 6,000. And when it was sold, that time the GST paid 18%. Understood this one? The cost price of cosmetic product is given 6,000. And when the company or the shopkeeper sold this cosmetic to the customer, then he has collected GST from the customer at the rate of 18%. And it is how much, children? Sold to customer for rupees 10,000. What are the amount of CGST and SGST? It means here they have not given the output tax. The rate is given, it is 18%, and the sold price is given. So first you should calculate here output tax. So output tax is equal to what? Output tax is equal to, when he sold that cosmetic which worth rupees 6,000, then he collected 18%. So 18% at the rate of 18%, 18% of 10,000. This will become the output. Like in previous sum, I told you that 26,500 was the sold price and the GST is collected at the rate of 5%. So you have calculated output tax as 5% of that amount. Similarly here, the sold price is given 10,000 and the GST is collected at the rate of 18%. So how much GST is collected, that you have to calculate here. So for that things, 18% of this, it means 18 upon 100 is equal to 10,000. So these two get cancelled. Okay. How much you will get here? 18 into 100 is 1800. This is the output tax collected from the customer by the shopkeeper. Understood? This much amount is collected by the shopkeeper from the customer. And then the question is, calculate CGST and SGST. So CGST and SGST is what? CGST is equal to SGST is equal to CGST, which is half of this, that is 1800 divided by 2, it is equal to 900. So 900 is the CGST and SGST. See, again I am telling you, children, the cost price is already given 6,000. When it was sold to the customer, that time tax is collected and it is at the rate of 18%. So you should calculate that what is the 18% of 10,000. So 18% of 10,000 is how much? 1800. This was the tax collected by the shopkeeper from the customer. Okay, and then out of this 1800, half amount goes to the central government and half amount goes to the state government. So therefore SGST equal to CGST is equal to 1800 divided by 2. Answer is 900. Now children, question number 6. See what is given here. Prepare business to a consumer, B2C. When business to businessman means one trader to another trader, that time it is called B2B. Now here business is between businessman and the customer, that is why it is called as a B2C. So prepare business to customer, B2C tax invoice. I said the meaning of tax invoice means bill receipt. Using the given information, write the name of the supplier. Children, already I have told you that how to make the tax invoice. First is name of the supplier, then second is what? You have to write the address, email ID, phone number, then below that you have to write bill receipt number, GST number, okay. Then right side corner you should write down date, then upper side means this corner side, right side corner, you have to write GSTIN, which include code number, PAN number, then one registration number, then letter Z, which is by default it is common, then any number 5, like this. So that is required in that tax invoice. Already I have told you. So first, see, it is given that you should write the name of the supplier, then address, then state, date, invoice, GST, invoice number, GST number as per your choice, supplier. So first you write here what? Supplier. You will make column for supplier, okay, supplier. So that you should write here like Messrs ABC Mehta company, like this you should write, okay. Below this you write your address, whatever it is. Second, it is given here state, date, invoice number. So here you will write GSTIN, which required what? Code number. We are in Maharashtra, this shop in Maharashtra, so you will write 227 ABC PQRS, right, up to here. Then this total should be how many letters? It should be 15 digits. So 27 is a code and this is the PAN number, then 1, Z and 5. This is very important part that you write down. Then here what you will do, write down this one, invoice number you will write, invoice number, okay, write that number here. Then here you should write the date, and here I said your phone number, email ID, all these things. So this is the first part of that receipt. First is supplier name, right? Second is GSTIN, which should be 15 digits. Out of that, first is indicated by code. 27 is the code of Maharashtra. Then PAN number of the supplier. Then there is one which indicates that registration. If this company has one registered. Then Z, it is common for all the receipt, by default it is, and 5 is for checking purpose. Then here you will write invoice number, tax invoice number, receipt number, right? Then you have date. Now here, see, particulars are given. Rate of mobile battery rupees 200, rate of GST is given 12%, HSN number 85071 piece. Like that, headphone is taken rupees 750, rate of GST is given, HSN number. So what you will do here, children, you will make column for that. So first column will be serial number. I told you, you can see on page number 82 it is given. Page number 82, see what is given in that. First you write down serial number. So first is serial number, right? We have two items, so 1 and 2. Then HSN code, harmonized system code, HSN code. This is given by the supplier to its item code. So take anything like 986987. This is the code of the item. So which item they have taken? Write down that one. Name of the product. Name of the product. In this you will write what? it is taken by the customer, that is mobile battery. So write here mobile battery, and then what is taken? Headphone, right? Headphone. Second is headphone. This you will write. Next you have the rate. Next you have rate. So write here rate, and then you have quantity. First I am writing all this part. Quantity. Next you have taxable amount. Taxable amount. After that CGST. CGST, which has two parts. One is rate and second is tax. Rate and tax. Like that we have here SGST. This also we have rate and tax. Okay, after that we have here total. Final is total. Okay, this way you will write. You will make the column. After that, children, you write down this, what is given in the textbook, that rate of this is given. Rate of mobile is given how much? Rupees 200. So rupees 200. And rate of headphone is given rupees 750. So rupees 750. Quantity, see last it is given 1 piece. So 1 piece. 1 piece. Taxable amount. So taxable amount will be here. Quantity, taxable amount is same because 1 piece is there. So 200 into 1 you will get 200. Similarly here also 750, 1 piece. Suppose there are 2 pieces, so 200 into 2 you will get 400. If this is 5 pieces, so 750 into 5, that amount you will write here. After that it is written CGST and SGST. See, in the problem CGST and SGST is not written. What is written there? GST is written 12%. And you know that GST is divided into these two parts. So because GST is given 12%, so the rate becomes how much? 6%. This will become 6%. And even this also becomes 6%. Got it, children? See, 12% GST is given. GST rate is given 12%. So this is half of this, so it is 6%. Even SGST is also half of that, so 6%. After that, similarly here you write down this one also, 18% is given, so 9%. 9% and 9%. Clear? Now, then tax, how you will calculate? Calculate 6% of 200. So 6% of 200 is how much, children? 6 upon 100 into 200. So these two get cancelled, it is 12. So here it is 12. So this is also 12. Then calculate 9% of 750. So 9% means 9 upon 100 into 750. So these two get cancelled, and this is 7.5. 9 into 7.5. So 9 5s are 35. 9 5s are 45. And 4 9 7s are 63, and 4 67. 67.5. This is 67.5. And this is also 67.5. So after that we have to add. Which amount you will add? For total you should add taxable amount, then CGST tax and this tax, SGST tax. So 200, 12 plus 12, it is 200 plus 12 plus 12, which is equal to 224. Similarly, 750 plus 67.5 plus 67.5. 67 point. So 750 plus 67.5 plus 67.5. Add this. So 5 5 10, 7 7 14 15, 5 6 11 and 6 17. 6, 6, 12, 17 and 18 and 8. So it is 885. This is equal to 885. Got it, children? You can see in your textbook page number 82. So after that you will find out the total tax. So total tax means right here total tax. Total tax is, see, add this, it should be tally. So 12 plus 67.5, right? So 12 plus 67.5 is how much you will get? It is 979.5, and this is also 79.5. 885 and 224. So it is 459, 8 to 10, 8 to 10 and 11. 1109. This is the total amount. Okay. So total rupees we got here 79.5 goes to CGST. Same amount goes to SGST, and total tax payable is 1109, which is included these two amounts. So this is your about question number 6. So children, if you see this part, so I have prepared you one tax invoice which requires the supplier name, its email ID, its address, its name, mobile number. Then here invoice number is required. Then GST, IN, I said that first number, first 2 digits indicates the code, and because this is Maharashtra receipt, so 27 is the code of Maharashtra. After that you should write what 11 digits, 12 digits PAN number, okay, of the supplier. Then 1 is compulsory, this company has registered one company, so 1. Then Z by default it is common. 5 is a number which is required for checking, and here it is date you should write. Then make this column for serial number, HSN number. This way you should calculate your sum. So this is the question number 6. And children, if you turn your page number 94, question number 7. So it is same problem. I am just reading you. This is the business to business, means B2B. First one is B2C. So business to business tax invoice as per the details. So again you will write here supplier name, then its name, address, and here GST number, invoice, then date, and this way you will write the you will make the column serial number, then HSN number, then name of the product. So rate 200, quantity 1 piece. Like this you will write everything, children, and complete your tax invoice for question number 7. I am not solving question number 7. You do the practice that question number 7. Okay, children, and children, just see here that there are many sums which are similar, and it is given in the problem set. So when I will solve problem set, I will give you homework from the problem set. So keep in mind, I have done question number problems practice 4.1, 4.2. So whatever sums I will give you from problem set, it is similar to this two. Okay, children.